One day, Peter Sam was in the sheds. After Steamer had told him about the masked engine when he was telling the other engines about it, he was in the sheds having a little rest before he was getting ready to... And Jennings and Scarlowe noticed he was a bit worried and he didn't know what's going on. Hey, Peter Sam, are you fine? Oh, yeah, Jennings, sorry about it. I was just worried about the masked engine. You know, there's this thing to the masked engine. I'm just worried what will happen if I did notice the masked engine. Don't worry, Peter Sam. I'm sure, if you did notice it, I'm sure you will be brave when you noticed it. I'm not sure, Scarlowe. Don't worry, I'm sure you already got it. Thanks, Jennings. I'll try. And with that, Peter Sam went off. He was still a bit worried. Later, everything was fine for Peter Sam. He was trying everything to make sure he was right on time. Later, he has to take some trucks from the quarry to the Smudger Station harbor. Peter Sam was coupled up to the trucks and waited for the trucks to be ready. I wish I didn't notice the masked engine. I just wish things were fine. Come on, I got this. I am brave. Scarlowe knows I got this, so I got it. It wasn't long until the trucks were ready and Peter Sam went off. He was still trying to make sure things were fine, and he was a bit worried, but he knew he has to try. Later, Peter Sam headed down the line, getting the trucks from the quarry to the Smudger Station harbor. Night had came and it was storming. Then Peter Sam stopped and he noticed something. What the heck is that? There was an engine. It might be the masked engine that Smudger had told Steamer about. Peter Sam was worried. He didn't know what to do. Before he noticed anything else, it disappeared into the shadows. Peter Sam, are you fine? You know we could head back. Oh yeah! Yeah, let's head back, driver, and Stefani, I think we should head back. Don't worry, we'll head back. And Peter Sam went off. Peter Sam didn't know what he had noticed, but he was a bit worried, and he was spooked. So he went off without saying anything. Later, Peter Sam talked to Steamer and Jennings about it. Did you really notice it? I did, Jennings. I noticed it when I was taking the trucks from the quarry when I was about to get to the other part of the line. The masked engine appeared and then it disappeared. Do you really notice it? Yeah, I noticed it. I'm not sure what happened, but I did notice it. Peter Sam was a bit worried, but he didn't know. Peter Sam said nothing else. His side rods rattled from what happened. He was a bit worried, but he knew he has to try. I still got this, and I'm sure I'll be fine. And Peter Sam noticed it was about to be spooky, but he knows he has to try. Later, Peter Sam talked to Henry about it. Wow, you noticed it? Yeah, Henry, I noticed the masked engine. Wow. It's a bit crazy, like when I noticed something at the station, and then the trucks got spooked and then headed to the other part of the line and then and went off the rails. But I'm sure it was probably something. I'm not sure, Henry, but I did notice the masked engine. I don't know, but I did notice it. Oh, sorry, I have to go, Peter Sam. I got fish train to take later at night, and I have to go, and I can't be late. And Peter Sam watched as Henry went off. he was a bit more worried now. And Peter Sam didn't know, but he has to try to be brave about it. I still get it, and even though I did notice the masked engine, I must be brave about it, even though it's been difficult, but I got to try. Later, Peter Sam was getting ready to take some trucks to the other part of the line. He was getting ready to take the trucks of supplies to the other part of the line to the Smudger Station quarry. Everything was ready and Peter Sam went off. He knew he'll try to have the courage to notice it. It got dark and Peter Sam went over to the Smudger Station bridge. He arrived to drop off some of the supplies for the bridge repairs. The workmen were waiting for Peter Sam. When Peter Sam stopped, he was a bit worried. Then he noticed something. Some trucks were heading down the line in front, and he noticed it. Maybe it's the masked engine shunting those trucks. Peter Sam was spooked. His side rods rattled from it, and his firebox got chills from it. He was a bit worried. Hey, Peter Sam. Oh, Rheneas. What are you doing? Oh, just shunting those trucks of supplies for the bridge. Oh. I thought it was the masked engine. And Peter Sam explained everything to Rheneas. Don't worry, I was just shunting those trucks for the bridge to repairs. After the other part to the Smudger Station bridge had collapsed, I brought the supplies for repairs. And I think you were brave, Peter Sam. Really? Thank you, Rheneas, and sorry about it. I was just a bit worried. It happens, and I think you did awesome. And Peter Sam noticed he did. Later, Peter Sam talked to Steamer and Rusty about it. Looks like you were brave to notice it, Peter Sam. I was, Steamer. It's like I already got it. And at least you didn't got into an accident when you got spooked. Yeah, and at least I was brave to notice it. And it looks like I already did. Peter Sam didn't know that he really did notice the masked engine, but he noticed he had been brave and it had made him really useful. And he didn't know that he really did notice it, but it made him brave. Just a little bit. So let me get this straight. You accidentally hit your claw against the coal hopper, and then you got covered in coal, and it went everywhere. Like, wow, Diesel 10. Like, does it ever happen to you? Hey, don't remind me. Like, you just noticed, like, when you derailed on the bend track with the coaches, and it's like you noticed it happen, and like when you mess with that steamroller. Hey, don't remind me of that steamroller. George is just being difficult. At least I don't have to deal with him after he got into an accident. It's like he's just being, so difficult. And at least I didn't got into another accident from when you derailed those trucks. Hey, mine is just an accident. Like, Pinchy had noticed it. Right, Pinchy? Like, I noticed it was an accident. Yours is still difficult. I'm still trying. And I'm just can't deal with it. And you know what? I have to go. I got some trucks to take to the smelter's yard, and Ari and Bert are waiting for the trucks. So, I'm just done. So difficult. What the heck? Don't know what his problem was, but it's like he's still upset from when Smudger bowed out Stanley. I don't know what's his problem, but his is just so difficult.